All right, Oakleys fans, we are underway here. I will be turning the microphone over to Elijah. He will be going on play-by-play today. I will be transferring over to color. Take it away, Elijah.
Here we go. First game of the day. It's going to be a busy slate for these Oakleys, but for game one underway here as in their own defensive zone. Pass it up to center ice. In the offensive zone is Lynch on the near side. Crisscrossing, and he gets pushed down to the ice. And Cedar Rapids comes up with it, and tripping over his own teammate Stick was one of the Rough Riders players. Out to center ice. The Oakleys have it. It's Boffler at center ice, those Lunders, and it squeaks free to the far side, slapped all the way down and around, up the near side where Lynch has it. Lynch around down, and the Rough Riders pick it up as some Oakleys head to the bench, new legs out on the ice. On the near side, a handful of players in there fighting for the puck just on that blue line. The Oakleaf zone, about 4 or 5 players in there fighting for it. No one wants to get in. There we go. It comes free to Sexton. Sexton chips it off the boards. Picked off by Cedar Rapids, and they will send it all the way down. We'll have our first icing of the game.
All right, yeah, good start here by the Oakleys. You know, they come out, they have high energy, got the first couple chances down there on the Rough Riders. That's what you want to see, especially with this younger team here. We got quite a few first-year kids out there on the ice right now.
And, you know, last week, the Oakleys come out with a really slow start. And, you know, you'd expect the message to be, hey, we got to have a better start than last week. So expect them to be a little quicker to the puck, some more clean passing plays. And that's what you'd like to see, at least, from the Oakleys, is behind their own net, possession, and they look to go up.
The one thing we haven't seen yet today is those just terrible turnovers in their own zone. And I know there hasn't been a whole lot of Cedar Rapids zone time. Let's see if they've fixed that from last week.
Centering try does not go, and Cedar Rapids comes up with it. Lindsay back there, good job applying pressure and creating a turnover. Right back down and around, as we've seen a couple times already, as Cedar Rapids now has it lofted high out just over the head of Lindsay, I do believe that was, and here come the Oakleys trying to set up here. Fan on the pass attempt.
They said I'm way louder than
I fixed it.
Okay. Picked up and sent on net. Just push away for Jobson there. On the backhand through center ice. Picked up by Cedar Rapids and turned right back over, but this will be offsides. The ref holding his hand up. Oakleys have to reset as Cedar Rapids looks to take out the zone. Stout picked it off, sent it back to Lynch. Send up the far side, Cedar Rapids intercepts it. Nice move around the forward there, and a shot in, goes off a body, back out of the zone. The Rough Riders have to retouch back up there. Send all the way back into Lynch. Lynch, nice nifty move there around a Rough Rider. Still has it through center ice. Lynch into the offensive zone, still with it. He gets a poke at it. Goaltender has to make a stop. Oh, nice individual effort there by Lynch.
We appreciate, we realize we're having some audio difficulties here. Hopefully we've got that thing squared away now, but I appreciate you guys letting me know that when we're having problems like that. So keep up that outside influence, if you will. Appreciate that.
Yeah, quick turnaround time between this game and the previous game, so not a whole lot of time to get things set up, but...
Yep, you would be shocked at the amount of wires that are right at my feet right now that all have to be plugged in just exactly right. Sometimes those yahoos that are setting them up, that would be myself, don't quite get them that way.
Lunders chases after the puck, and he will get there first, but turn it over, and here comes Cedar Rapids right out in front. The shot attempt never made it there, and if the Oakleys hurry, they have a 2-on-1. Here we go on the forehand, turning right now, sends it in front, no one there. Back up top to the point, another shot to a wide open man on the near side, not able to get clean wood on it. Lunders flicks it towards the net, it goes off a body, and he's the first one to the puck, keeps it in, flipped on deep. Chasing now, and up the far side, all the way back out, and picked up. Simpson with it.
Young Jobson back there trying to direct traffic. I could hear him all the way up here. He must get that from his father.
On the far side, a shot off the post that hit the crossbar.
Sure did. Goalie's best friend right there.
Lindsay on the near side tries to find number 25, Miles Hayes, not able to get a clean look on it as a shot attempt just by that near post. Lindsay tries to hold it in, and he is successful once again. Lindsay down the near side, flipped around the boards all the way across. Betcher, who had an assist last game, sent it down low. Fought for on that far side, flipped around to the near side, picked up by the Rough Riders, and they get it out. Picked up, and the Oakleafs look to bring it back the other way, where they've been for the majority of this game to start.
I realize, folks, the clock on our broadcast is off. It is 14:24 left to go in this first period here.
That is exactly correct. We'll get that fixed. On the far side now. Flipped right back down and around. Betcher's right there. Gave it to Grant all the way up the near side, and this will go for an icing.
So, yeah, with 14 minutes to go in this first period here, I think you got to be happy with the way the Oakleafs have come out to play this game. Most of that action's been down in the Rough Rider zone. A big improvement over last week to start the game, at least.
Yeah, last week we saw the opposite. It felt like, it was 2-0 Jets. It felt like pretty quick. A lot of pressure on the Oakleafs. Jobjan had to stand on his head for them, and kind of in the opposite story here, like you mentioned. Some good offensive pressure by the Oakleafs as they look to get it out of their own zone now, but not able to. Held in at the line. A shot off the crossbar. We've seen a crossbar go each way.
We're going to say that was a save. Gave that a save. Give it a save.
We'll give it a save. We'll give it a save. Here comes Sexton. A shot.
Sexton
and
shot it.
Goal.
That was
Wow.
a nice play. So, again, we talked about this last week. How many times do you see a really good scoring chance down on one end, doesn't go, comes back the other way, and you get that early goal?
And an early goal, good for the Oakleafs. They were not able to score in that first period last time. We had to see them come back, force a shootout, but this time they have their lead. First lead for these JV Oakleafs.
Taking
here.
a look at that replay, Ben Sexton just stops, pops, and goal right under the goalie glove here. We'll see the reaction by the goalie, just a little bit out of position, and Sexton makes him pay.
Bodies in front of the net. The puck is in there somewhere. Where is it? And it squeaks free to the Oakleafs. Here they come. If they hurry, they might have numbers. On the far side, tried to get it around a rider, not able to, and they turn around and look to counter. It's a 1-on-4 right here. It becomes a 2-on-4 as it gets flipped in. Jobjan has to use his glove, hand it off to his defenseman. A pass just in front, not able to corral it in, was Lynch, and it gets flipped all the way back around, and I believe we're going to have an icing.
Yeah, I think they said he didn't quite make the red line there. That's just that's a rookie mistake, right? You take 6 more inches, then throw that thing around, and now you don't have a defensive zone faceoff. So let's see if the Oakleafs can make them pay for that mental mistake there.
11:45 about left in this first period, and a shot from the point gobbled up by the goaltender.
It's just a great shot there from Betcher. You know, never hurts to take a shot when you get to that top of the corner, right off a faceoff. Maybe goalie hasn't had time to set up on it, so real smart play there by Betcher.
Betcher with it again. We'll send it down. Backhand chance out in front, doesn't go, but retrieved by the Oakleafs. Back up top looking for Betcher, and he lays the boom there. Good hit by Betcher, and he gets the puck and looking for somebody out in front, anybody, and it's retrieved by the Oakleafs in that near corner.
Sexton looking for his second there.
Sexton with the first goal and only goal thus far as the Rough Riders are shot from distance just wide of the net. Picked up and out of the zone. It is cleared, and the Rough Riders have to regain the line. Back down, it goes into their own zone, having some trouble right now, just generating the offensive pressure as Lindsay off his skate to his stick will send it back as we have Maddox come off the bench into the offensive zone. Betcher, a shot, saved by Hunt, no rebound there. He will gobble that one up. Betcher has looked good so far. He had an assist last game. He was able to hold the line there for the Oakleafs, and the Oakleafs have had some life so far.
Yeah, you know, it's always good when the defenseman has a chance to jump up into the play there, and Betcher's done that a couple times, and it's paid dividends so far. No goals, but he's had some really quality chances on net.
Lunders, a tip try in front by Lynch. Did not go, but retrieved by the Oakleafs is another shot out in front. Rebound, score!
Oh, there you go. Maddox coming in. I bet if he cleans up like that at home, he'd get a raise in his allowance, but just finds that puck just sitting there screaming, "Send me to my home." Maddox says, "Sure thing, sir." Finds that empty net, and just like that, it's 2-0 Oak Leafs. Take a look here. Goalie actually makes a pretty good save on the first 2 attempts, but man, just no prayer on that third shot. Oak Leafs have come out. They're ready to play today.
Yeah, they've done a fantastic job thus far, and on that goal, just the Riders' defense not able to get possession of that puck, not able to get a stick in the way, and it just squeaks free to Maddox, and he makes no mistake as a high-rising shot over the goal.
High-rising shot. That was an 801 grand rising shot right there.
A save by Hunt there as it comes to the near corner. Circling, and another high shot. That one went off a stick this time. Over to the far corner. A bunch of bodies falling down.
A little bit of elbow there, too, I think. Play on, they say.
Remember last week we saw a whole lot of penalties against the Oak Leafs, a lot of boarding calls, so you'll expect to see them maybe clean things up a little bit when it comes to maybe hitting on the numbers, just taking penalties in general.
Yeah, looks like they went back to Sesame Street and got the difference between front and back down pat.
And with speed, down low, good speed there by the Oak Leafs to hop on that puck, and a tip shot there goes over the goaltender's head to the far side. Picked up by Cedar Rapids and almost turned over, and now it is turned over. Lunders on the backhand will send it across to his defensive partner and picked off by the Rough Riders, but not able to control possession as Oak Leafs skip back to it. Lynch with the puck. Here is Lynch with speed over the blue line. A shot doesn't get all of it, and a Rough Rider lost his stick. He went spiraling down there. He's just retrieving his stick as we speak now.
Lost his stick, nearly lost his head.
There is Lynch with it. Lynch, he's had some speed so far tonight, or I guess this morning rather, and he hits the post.
And that is Maddox Lynch for those of you playing at home.
A centering attempt does not get there, and where is that? Puck went bouncing around. Hunt had to keep his head on a swivel there, and the Oak Leafs still with it in the corner. Out in front, that hit the outside of that near side post. A couple posts so far. One for another goal.
Big Ben Sexton just says, "Hey, look what I can do. Look what I can do."
That's 2 goals.
That is 2 goals.
2 goals for Sexton, and these Oak Leafs are off to a hot start.
Yeah, just vast improvement. Sexton takes it from behind his net, gets that goalie going left to right, just goes back to where he was.
Now
see on this replay here, got the goalie moving, and he's going to shoot back to where the goalie was, and that is not a whole lot you can do as a goalie in that situation. So just a great shot there by Ben Sexton, understanding the situation and making the goalie pay.
Well, now Sexton, he's going to have a hat trick bid here with a lot of game left as the Rough Riders send it in low, and a huge hit. Betcher laid out one of the Riders on the near side board as a shot to the front of the net. Just never made it. Hit an Oak Leaf out in front, and whoa, watch out. Off the near side post, some friendly fire. We saw that last week.
Yeah, we did.
Just out of the zone it goes. Lindsay shoved one of the Riders down, trying to keep it out of their own zone, and they were able to do so. Jojen poke it off to Betcher. Betcher gets turned over, and a shot to the front. To the near corner, all the way back around. Lindsay there, just out of the reach, not able to get possession of it, and the Riders will look to set up for some offense. Not a lot thus far, and it gets shot all the way down to the near side corner, picked up, pressured, and the Riders come up with it, but not for long. Good defensive play there as the Oak Leafs look to break out here. The near side, here's Stout. Stout to the middle right into the glove of Hunt.
And Elijah, I want to commend you on hitting Stout 2 times in a row. I messed that up quite a bit, ladies and gentlemen, last week. And now, in my defense, the D looks an awful lot like an A. So when you're looking at that name, your brain just says Stewart.
Still trying to get some of these names down as they got a whole roster to learn in.
Well, you're doing a good job. You're doing a good job.
It makes it easy when they're doing good. they have been doing very good this, well, I guess the first 10 minutes or so
Yeah.
far. 5 left in this first period. Picked up, circled behind Jobjin there. And here they go with speed. It's a 3-on-2. Look how fast that formed. Lunders behind the net. Looking for a centering try. He was never able to find one, but held in at the line over to the near side.
Jeremiah doing a good job there of recognizing his defenseman went down in deep, and he came out to play D. Actually, maybe he's playing D today. I believe Jeremiah is back on defense. This is a development. Not sure if that's we've got one guy down type deal and just trying to get some reps, or maybe that's his new jam. I don't know. Try and get some clarification here between games 1 and 2.
Lynch with it, who will fire it towards Hunt, and he will have to gobble that one up. There's a lot of bodies, a lot of sticks in the way, but did not change direction enough to get it behind the goaltender of the Riders, and it remains 3-0 Oakleafs.
That puck had eyes to get all the way through traffic like that without hitting anything. Couldn't do that again if you tried.
Lynch at the face-off here for the...
And we have all the Lynches that we have on the ice right now.
Oh, yeah. You're not seeing double.
Drake trying to win that back to his brother, Maddox. Eventually does so.
Lynch down low. Not able to get clean stick on that. As it comes to the Riders on the near side. Look to get out of the zone, but good pressure there by the other Lynch, Drake Lynch. We're going to be saying that a lot when there's 2 of them on the ice.
Yep.
They were doing good job on that last sequence as the Riders have it, and good job stepping around the forward checker there, and oh wow, with speed in the offensive zone. And a backhand. Oh, what a setup by Maddox. Oh, wow, that was fantastic. Just what speed here by the Oakleys. Complete.
Yeah, we take a look at that here. We've got, this is just, they say speed kills. It's a burnt like toast out here. Makes his third defenseman miss, slides it over, an easy little chip over the stick to give, was that Maddox's second goal of the day?
I think Hayes was the one that backhanded that in.
Okay.
Maddox with the fantastic
Maddox with
setup.
Maddox with the apple.
That's 2 points for him, 2 points for Sexton as well.
Yeah, Oakleafs, I think it's safe to say, came out here ready to play today. Holy. Let's see what they can do with it now.
Oakleafs behind their own net. Up the far side, chipped off the board to his teammate. Even there wasn't a lot of mustard on that one, but still made it as a 2-on-1 here. A long shot. Rebound picked up. Good job hopping on that puck there. It's fought for behind the net. 2 minutes to play here. 4-0 Oakleafs. Up top, Lindsay with it. He will rip one on. It does not go. Hunt with the save. Lindsay jumping on that one. Good speed there by the defenseman. And not able to hold it in that time as it squeaks free. And they're going to have to recoup here. Raiden Simpson up the far side.
Simpson with a nice job getting that over to Sexton, far side boards. Oh, Bird
what
coming away
a
with
move.
it.
Bird. Oh, wow. Woo-hoo-hoo. Man, these Oakleafs are putting on a show.
That was just a good individual effort there by Birdie. But ends up finding the puck here. I don't think he expected it at all. The goalie not quite ready for that thing to come in as fast as it did. He tried to recover. And, teaching young goalies, that's what you say, stay down until you need to get up. And he just caught him trying to recover there when he shouldn't have been.
And gets around multiple defenders to get that off. Last week, Bird had the tying goal with about 30 seconds left in that Oakleafs comeback, and he has the 5th goal to extend this domination by the Leafs here in the first period, and there's still another period to play for these 2 teams here.
Hayes took a hit up high there. It was a little slow to get up, so good to see he jumped back into play.
The puck flipped all the way down. No icing as it did not make it far enough, and Stout goes diving in there trying to get possession of the puck. A handful of players down there seem to try to fish it out with about 30 seconds left in this first period. The Riders not able to get a clean look off of that, and the Oakleafs get it out of the zone. About 20 to play here in the first period. A shot off a Rider. And we'll go back into the offensive zone for the Oakleafs, and it was turned over, and Lunders will send it in, but hits a body, does not get it clean. look on the goaltender, Hunt, with 5 to play. Just a couple seconds remaining. One last shot, maybe? No. First period over, and the Oak Leafs lead 5-0 over the Riders.
Yeah, I mean, there's not a whole lot to say about this. The score speaks for itself. Shots are officially 20-6. There's maybe a little bit of controversy whether or not that is accurate. However, it's what you like to see out of those Oak Leafs, right? You know, they came out, had a disaster of a first period last week. They dialed it in eventually, and were able to come back. But this one, man, foot on the gas right from the opening draw. Haven't let up. We'll see if they can keep that going through 2 here. But just you really got to like what you saw out of the Oak Leafs in that first period.
Yeah, there's one word to describe it. It's just domination. I mean, Jobjan didn't have to do much when it was in the offensive zone the whole time. But when it was in the defensive zone, I mean, the defenseman doing a good job getting in the way of the shots. And when the dust gets to the net, Jobjan able to push him off to the side. He only once really he had to hold on to the puck, get the whistle. But I mean, just fantastic job out of the Oak Leafs thus far. I mean,
yeah, what you don't want to see here now in the second period is them taking their foot off the gas. You want to see them coming out, having another really good period. We don't want to do something that either lets Cedar Rapids get back in the game or do something and somebody getting hurt, right? That's the last thing you want, especially in a game that at the end of the day doesn't really count for anything. So hopefully we see a lot of good action here out of the Oak Leafs. And look at that, Jeremiah is on defense, so maybe this is maybe it's a new thing for him.
Jeremiah on defense, Lunder's his defensive partner. Looking to take the face-off for the Oak Leafs. Reuter. As here we go, second period underway. Remember, it's a running clock the whole 20 minutes. The clock will not stop for anything. Jeremiah down low on the forehand, up the near side, and out of the zone, Reuter. Reuter with it across. Well, with speed, here was Davey to Reuter. Reuter tried to find Davey, not able to get a clean look, and if you get a stick on that, that would have been an icing. Jeremiah able to get a stick on that. The far side, Oak Leafs were able to hold it in, not for long though, as it squeaks free out, and got to recover here, trying to find the zone. Burns.
Oof, nice
to
little play
Reuter.
there, Burnsy.
Reuter, his shot was blocked. He gets his own rebound try and a turnaround shot blocked by the Riders. They've been doing a good job getting in the way of the shots by the Oak Leafs, but Oak Leafs still lead 5-0 with 19 remaining here in the second period. In the far corner, there are 3 players and there are 2 Riders. One Oak Leaf not able to see who it is as he is on one knee trying to get possession of the puck.
I believe that is Mason Reuter, who is the size of 2 Oak Leafs, by the way.
And the Oak Leafs get it. Lunders. Nice move around a defenseman. He gets poked up top. A shot from distance. Right pad save by Hunt. And a huge hit down there on our left side there.
Impressive right versus left from all the way up here. Call on that one. I would have got that.
We'll be saying tonight, not after too long, I guess. But Hayes with it now. A shot. Tried to get a second of the morning. Not able to as Lindsay gets it. Looking for Lynch in front. Not able to get a clean stick on that. A turnaround shot. Not able to go past Hunt. Up top. And cleared all the way down. And this will be an icing here on the Riders. 17:30 about to go here in the second period.
Yeah, that puck almost kind of hit the brakes down there. I don't know if there's some rough ice or what, but that was screaming down there for an icing, and then tried to lay up. Maybe we got a little curling action going on.
Shots are 23-6 favor of the Oak Leafs. Face off won by the Oak Leafs, and a great play around and a shot right into the chest. Good job by Sexton. He's looking for the hat trick, but
yeah.
Hunt's not just going to give it to him.
Yeah, he had contract negotiations written all over that third goal right there, but just shoots it right into the chest.
Sexton with it on the far side. It'll squeak all the way down and up and around it goes. A backhand out to center ice. Lindsay will be the first one to it. Will backhand it right to a Rider player. Chip down and around it goes. And Betcher gets there first.
So we may be having some audio difficulties once again. I am just testing the airwaves one more time. Testing it again and again and again until we get something. Keep testing.
Well, with it now, the Oak Leafs into the offensive zone. Over to the front, not able to get as we get a whistle here as we were trying to
My
fix these
apologies,
audio
folks. Yep,
problems.
if we're having continued audio problems here. Okay. You want to just go? All right, let's see. Are we back, ladies and gentlemen?
Let's see. We're testing. Well, we got some Limp Bizkit.
Little Limp. And you know, I just recently heard their newest song. I wanted to hate it, but I couldn't. It's like an electric car.
Okay, this ain't Woodstock.
Yeah.
Here we go. It's won by the Riders, but held in by the Oak Leafs. You've seen that plenty of times so far this morning as the Oak Leafs with it now. Looking for a centering try. Held in once again on the backhand. That was close, and Lynch. A shot towards the net. Picked up by Hunt. Another shot for the Oak Leafs. Just offensive domination by Des Moines so far this morning.
Yeah, going back to Limp Bizkit, so that new one. I wanted to hate it like my wife's electric car, but dang it, if you drive an electric car, it's so much fun, you just can't hate it. Kind of the same thing with the new Limp Bizkit. You want to hate it, but you just can't.
As Betcher a shot, that's another try. Maybe that wasn't Betcher. No, it's Simpson. My apologies. Raiden Simpson with the shot there. Back to Simpson again, and another shot. The rebound is there. Not able to get a second try on it as the Riders look to get it out, and Simpson comes up with it. Simpson tries to find Lynch, and it's turned over. Here we go, and a shot goal by the Riders, their first of the morning. It's a 5-1 game with about 14 minutes remaining here in the second period. For the Riders. 5-1 lead here for the Oak Leafs with 13:30 remaining in this second period. Lunders with it. Will take the offensive zone. Lunders, a shot right patch saved by Hunt. Sexton with it. Around to Lunders. Up top it'll go. Jeremier. It gets in front, a shot and a goal.
And that's how you answer, right? They come down, they pump one in past Jobjan. You say, hey, you know what? Anything you do, we can do better.
And that was Will Lunders with the goal.
Nice job. The guy of the Oakley up there just jumping out of the way. Get to see a little bit better version of it here. And that's Big Sexton again. Jumps out of the way. Might have even gone off his foot, perhaps.
A good screen.
He points. He points over at Lunders, so I don't think it touched him.
If it did, he would really want that hat trick. So Lunders, it looks like, is on the goal. And Lunders has been very good so far this morning. He's been very quick. As a defenseman, he's been the one activating up, setting up plays.
Has been doing a good job there of jumping up from the D, getting involved.
So the score sits at 6-1 with 12:20 remaining. The Oak Leafs take possession off the faceoff. It's fought for and squeaks to a Rider player. There we go. The Oak Leafs pick it up.
So right now the score is 6-1. Our scoreboard has malfunctioned.
It wouldn't be a game day without a little bit
That's
of
right.
extra spice to it.
And we promise, folks, we'll have this ready to go by regular season.
The preseason is not only preseason for the players, but for everybody else involved too. As Lynch at the draw, loses it to the Riders, and they will chip it all the way down, and Betcher will chase after it. Betcher Gets pressured by a rider. The puck bouncing around in the slot, held in at the line. Over one time, gets blocked. Good block there. And the Oak Leafs to counterattack. Off the boards, down low, chasing after it are the Oak Leafs, and a big hit there, and it comes to the near side. Lindsay, who's the defenseman there, not able to hold it in that time as comes down, and the Leafs will have to regroup here. Looks like we got an offsides here. About 10:50 remaining in this second period. Face-off tied up and won by Des Moines. Here they come. Sexton, a shot.
Oh, and there's your Hattie, folks. There's your Hattie off the goalie's glove and in.
And nonchalant about it as well. 3 goals for Sexton, and he has had himself a morning this far.
Yeah, there's a reason they call him Big Ben Sexton. That first Oak Leaf hat trick of the season. And for those of you playing at home, that is hat trick beers are owed this evening to the entire Oak Leaf fathers and mothers, for that matter.
So the extra point is good, and it's 7-1. Oak Leafs is another shot towards the net. Does not make it there. Oak Leafs looking to just keep applying the pressure. About 9:50 remaining, 7-1. Oak Leafs just dominant so far. And the lone goal scorer for the Rough Riders got that deep into the Oak Leaf zone, but he took a tumble, and the Oak Leafs able to recover for a brief moment. Then Nye, not to get confused with Bill Nye.
That is the science guy.
The far side. Down low, good job staying with it all the way. He was stumbling for a brief moment. Got it up top to Lynch. Lynch a shot towards the net. A lot of bodies there. Rebound try, and another whack at it. It goes in. The 2-point conversion is good. 8-1 Oak Leafs.
That was once, twice, 3 times a goal.
Just constant pressure there by the Oak Leafs, and it's an 8-2.
Yeah, you know, it's nice to see that they could have easily let the foot off the gas. It's 5-0 going into the second period, but they haven't done that. They've been putting that pressure on, kept playing their game. It's good to see.
A shot off of Lynch to the back of Jobjan. Up the near side. Here come the Leafs. Off a stick, looking for a breaking Leaf and able to get it. A shot, rebound is not able to get clean wood on it, and it comes out to center ice.
Stout just about had his second of the day.
Lynch whiffed on the initial shot or pass attempt and got it over the second time. A shot from distance high over the head of Hunt. It's fought for in that near side corner where it's a little hard to see here at the Recplex. A bit of a brick wall there, so it's rough to see what's going on down there, as there's 5 players trying to get the puck free, and it comes free to the Riders. Right here in front of the Cedar Rapids bench it is. To center ice now, and the Oak Leafs are able to come up with it. Into the offensive zone with some speed around the net. Still with it, some great speed there, and a deke around the defenseman. Lunder's a tip try. That was a great tip there. I believe, is that
Stout again?
Stout again.
Yeah.
He's had
another tip there by Mason Reuter.
Yeah, Reuter with the tip. So some stick work, some stick action there by the Oak Leafs trying to get a tip in front.
Yeah, we got a little tip drill going on. You go to a hockey game, and every once in a while, football practice breaks out.
So it is 8-1 Oak Leafs with about 6:50 remaining in this second period. Face-off won by Cedar Rapids. Try to clear it out. That hit the official, and it lost some momentum, but the Rough Riders with it now, looking to clear out. Maybe try to find a little bit of momentum heading into their next game, but no, not able to get it as an icing on the Riders.
That official is a pretty good-sized target, so, you know, it happens that they get hit every once in a while.
You know, every time I watch it, I feel like it's so hard to be an official. You have to keep your head on a swivel at all times, you know. the puck's coming at you, you gotta keep an eye, make sure the players are not taking penalties. I mean,
You got parents
It's hard.
yelling at you.
in front, not able to get on net. The puck squeaks to the corner, around it goes, and Oakleaf's first to it again. And it comes free to Lynch, I believe that was, up the near side. Is this an icing? Yep. It was a race to it, but icing on the Riders. 5:40 remaining now.
Kind of a weak whistle there by the linesman. Got to blow that thing like he means it. Maybe those of you listening at home that have gone through the referee program, I don't know, do they have a whistle portion of their learnings, I'm wondering?
Drake Lynch on the face-off. Up to his brother, Maddox Lynch. Fighting forward, it comes out to center ice. Simpson across, over to Lynch now. Maddox Lynch to Hayes. And that looked close to being offside, but no offside called there. The puck to Hayes. Hayes gets his own rebound try. It goes just past that far post around the near side, and there's Maddox, who had a beautiful setup earlier. A long shot there. Easy save for Hunt.
Yeah, this Cedar Rapids goalie sure getting his money's worth in this game, huh?
Here come the Leafs again. A nice move there. Oh, wow. We've seen some pretty moves so far this morning by the Oak Leafs. And
Yeah, they've been getting away with it, though. I mean, you don't want to start that as a habit, though, either, right? And they're getting away with it today, but they're not going to get away with that all year.
excellent point there is, you see that happen a lot where they try to cut through maybe one or two or three players. And, I mean, it's worked so far for the Oak Leafs, like you mentioned today, but it's not a guarantee it'll work every time. And you see a lot of turnovers happen because of things like that, and some sloppy play because of things like that. So, like you said, don't make it a habit, but, I mean, if it happens and it works off, then, I mean, it looks pretty cool.
The hero or the GOAT, right? You're either going to look great and get on ESPN, or you're going to look terrible and get on ESPN.
Another save there by Hunt. 3:44 remaining here in the second period. Shots are 30-8 for the Oak Leafs. They lead 8-1. It looks like we did get the scoreboard fixed on the stream here. Into the offensive zone. Lunder's backhanded that out of the zone. Good defensive play there. Puck comes free and almost picked off by Sexton, who has had himself a morning, a hat trick already for Sexton. And the Riders, if they hurry, they might have numbers here. Into the offensive zone, but offside.
Tried to make a move there at the blue line, and that move just pulled his own guy right off sides.
That happens a lot more than you would think, where they try to be a little fancy getting into the offensive zone, but, I mean, it's hard to read your teammate's mind, and it leads to a lot of offsides.
Yeah, especially at the squirt level. Jeremiah pulls that thing off from his defensive position.
Yeah, Jeremiah still with it into the offensive zone, and Hunt will put a glove on that and say, I'm going to stop all this nonsense. Says 2:30 left here in this period.
Yeah, you got to feel a little bit for that CR goalie. He's got defensemen even jumping it, attacking.
Held in. Good job there by the Leafs to not allow that to get out to center ice. Stout in there chasing. Another pad save. Lunder's got the shot on that. And that one goes over the glass right to where we can't see it, behind that little brick railing wall there. Under 2 to play.
Just a great start for this showcase for the Oak Leafs. That's what you like to see. I know that the Rough Riders lost a lot of players last year, so this is, I'm sure, a very young team, especially at the JV level. But to see the Oak Leafs come out and play the way they have so far this morning, it's really a breath of fresh air.
And, I mean, if you take a look at last week, I mean, you've already seen it all. You've seen a comeback, multi-goal deficit comeback, a shootout by the Oak Leafs, and then the opposite this game, just a lot of offense and not allowing a lot of offense. So, good job by the Oak Leafs so far, as Stout chases after that. We'll send it down and around. 110 remaining here as out in front, not able to get a clean chance off that as Lindsay gets it. Lindsay just past his stick, and they're going to have to retouch up his Betcher. Will circle into his own zone. Betcher just out of the reach. If that connected, that might have been a 3-on-1 or so for the Oakleafs, but it results in an icing with about 40 to play here. Time ticking down.
Yeah, you can see the frustration level on Hayes there, just out of his reach, or he had had a pretty good chance going the other way.
And a lot of odd man rushes for the Oakleafs so far in this game. Been able to capitalize on, and that would have been another one if that connected, I do believe.
Ooh,
some
great
friendly
save
fire there.
Great save by Jobjan.
And another save there as some last efforts here by the Rough Riders. Another shot try blocked by the Oakleafs with under 10 remaining. Maybe they go for one more push. Maybe they let time die out. But the Rough Riders pick it up with 3 to play. And this game is over.
It is. Yeah, that was a very good start for the Oakleafs. Just start to finish. Came out, played their game, kept their foot on the gas, and just absolutely great start. I love to see that out of this JV team.
Yeah, Oakleafs 8, Riders 1, and just domination by the Oakleafs. They played a very complete game, very good game. You know, there's always some things to work on, but they have another game later today where they're going to see if they can keep up the momentum they got from this game.
Yeah, this afternoon we got the Quad Cities in town. That means the 4 cities for those of you playing at home. Historically, not quite as I guess advanced, you would say, as some of the other teams, but we'll see how it goes this afternoon. And in just a little bit of time here, we're going to get a scrape, I believe. They're going to do the scrape first before varsity takes the ice. So don't go too far. We will be back in 15, 20 minutes. We're going to do a couple little things here, see if we can't figure out some of the problem, make sure we get those ironed out, and we will rejoin you guys in about 20-ish, 25 minutes.